And good evening once again, everyone. Welcome to WTOC The News Now. This is our digital newscast that we bring you every single night at this time on multiple platforms, including Roku, Amazon Fire, and, of course, Facebook. A special thanks to all of you who are joining us on the WTOC News app and at WTOC.com. For the next few minutes, I'm going to fill you in on some of the bigger stories that we've been following throughout the day and also give you a sneak peek of what's coming up tonight on The News at 11. So let's get started. The attorney for the family of Ricky Boyd, a Savannah man who was shot and killed by police back in January, says they are sick and tired of waiting for answers. So today, their attorney, Will Clayborne, has given an ultimatum to the District Attorney Meg Heap to hand this case over to the U.S. Department of Justice and the FBI, or else. Or else what? Well, Sean Evans is finding out why and what happens if the county's top prosecutor doesn't follow through.
The Boyd's family attorney, Will Clayborne, didn't get specific with what would happen or what recourse he would take if the district attorney didn't meet his demands by 4 p.m. tomorrow. What Clayborne did say is if the case isn't handed over to the federal government, the U.S. Department of Justice and FBI, that they'll address that question if and when that time comes. The attorney says he and the Boyd family wants a full, fair, and thorough investigation to be conducted and an impartial office to review the results of the investigation and make the right determination. He believes it's a job the feds should be doing, taking the Georgia Bureau of Investigation and District Attorney Meg Heap out of the picture.
However many officers there were who shot Ricky, I'll guarantee you those officers' names are on witness lists right now, where the district attorney will be relying on those very officers for convictions and other completely unrelated cases. It just simply asks too much of a local district attorney to investigate officers upon whose testimony they rely.
Ahead at 6, Clayborne supports his argument for a federal takeover of this investigation by showcasing some written correspondence between his office and District Attorney Meg Heap. We'll show you what that was. Reporting in Savannah, Sean Evans, WTOC News.
Tomorrow morning, our Sean Evans will speak with District Attorney Meg Heap about this case. Chances are she won't be able to say a lot, but she may be able to indicate exactly what her plans are for this case and whether or not she ever intends to turn it over to the federal government. Well, for the first time, we are hearing the 911 calls that poured in following that deadly C-130 crash on Highway 21. Elizabeth Rollins going through the dozens of calls in response that followed that crash that killed 9 Puerto Rican National Guard members. Take a look.
Savannah Chatham 911, where is your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on Highway 21 right here in Garden City, and a plane just crashed on the road.
A plane just crashed on the road?
Yeah, it just literally nosedived into the road.
I need an exact location so I can...
No, I don't know that. I'm just saying what happened.
Okay.
I was watching C-130 coming in. He did a barrel roll and went straight into the ground.
911, where's your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I just had a C-130 just take off from the airport, and it just crashed here on 21 right over by Gulfstream Road.
Okay,
I got flames and smoke everywhere and stuff coming out of the sky.
Okay, we got someone on the way. Do you know how many people are on the plane?
No, ma'am. I know that it carries a crew of 3 to 5.
3 to 5 people.
It could have, it could have more because it's transport.
The plane like incinerated whenever it hit the concrete.
Okay. All right. We got that call put in, and we'll get it updated, okay?
Okay, crazy people are stopping everywhere. Black smoke is just bellowing from the road.
There's a huge black cloud right now. It just, nothing, like, I just looked up and it was going, like, nose straight down.
Okay. Yes, sir. We do have the call in.
Okay, there's just wanted to notify you. I'm sorry I've been shocked that I saw that.
Yes, sir. We knew something happened when our phones lit up, and the phones are still ringing. I thank you so much.
Within seconds of that plane crashing at exactly 11:27 Wednesday morning, dozens of 911 calls flooded the airwaves and Chatham County Dispatch. We are still working to listen through several hours of those calls. We've already posted some of those to our website at WTOC.com. A frantic scene at a local bar in Statesboro, this nightclub over the weekend. Police now have warrants for Frank Jr. Amica in connection to a shooting that left 2 people wounded there. Bureau Chief Dow Kennedy talked with police and witnesses who saw and heard that shooting.
Police say a fist fight in the parking lot of this Statesboro club turned to a shooting in a chaotic situation.
A witness took photos just after midnight Friday night outside Midtown Bar and Grill. Francois Williams works across the street. The food stand here accepts the club's overflow parking.
To the people that I'm trying to get their money for parking, then that's when we hear the shots go off. And at first it was just a shot, then they kept coming at about 8 or 9 shots eventually.
The shots struck 2 people, one in the hand and one in the hip. Both went to the hospital and have since been released. Police say Frank Jr. Amica fired the shots, put the gun back in his car, and took off on foot. Witnesses pointed police to the car.
We have spoken to people, showed the registered owner's picture to several eyewitnesses. They've identified that person as the shooter.
They aren't sure whether Amica remains in Statesboro or fled back to his home back in Conyers outside Atlanta.
It's safe. We'd like for him just to give himself up to the nearest law enforcement agency so that we can take him into custody safely.
Police arrested Kelly Butler during the investigation and charged him with obstruction.
Anyone with information in this case is asked to get in touch with Statesboro Police either by phone or online, and you could do so anonymously. In Statesboro, Dow Kennedy, WTOC News.
Thank you, Dow Kennedy. We want to take a live look right now at what's going on at a Savannah-Chatham School Board forum that is happening at this hour. 5 candidates are looking to fill the position of board president here in Chatham County. They're going to be answering questions from a moderator and the audience about their solutions to problems that the school system is currently facing. There are about 30 minutes left to the forum, but you'll be able to watch it again in its entirety if you have Roku or Amazon Fire devices. All right, coming up tonight on The News at 11, could South Carolina's next biggest cash crop be hemp? There's a huge push in the state to grow more of this industrial fiber. Our Danielle Lewan discovered the slow growth in popularity may be the result of the confusion that still exists between this industrial hemp and its close sister, marijuana. We'll have more on the push to smoke the competition when it comes to growing hemp in South Carolina. Also, 1 hour from now, meteorologist Jamie Erdel's going to be here with a complete look at your work week first alert forecast. She's talking about a chance for rain, but when? Again, she'll be here at 9 o'clock sharp. Until then, have a great night, everybody.